Hello and welcome. And today we'll be answering questions. People said, Karceno, you ain't showing your face, you scared, you hiding. Scared of what? Anyway, I'm here to address a lot of the questions that people have had in the comment sections because it's gone way too far with these questions. Most of them are nuts. For anybody want to know anything about why Meek Mill is being the target of subject, because he's the target of subject on social media. Now, I'll address a couple of things early. This one person brought up, I justified Beanie Sigel ripping off people. That is not the case. What I did was, and people love to put words in other people's mouths, what I said was, if you've been ripped off for 10 years and didn't know it, you don't blame Beanie Sigel. You blame yourself. Because if somebody else is getting paid off something and you didn't know about it, then obviously you're the stupid one. If that's the case, I can't say somebody robbed me if you didn't know if money was being made. I mean, that's something you're supposed to get established from day one. I'm sorry. I don't understand it. I really don't. How somebody robbed you. I just don't get it. I'm like, you must have gotten something in order for you to continue to rap. You ain't gonna rap for free. Well, we don't know that. But Karceno has a reputation in Philly as being a dude who's not always 100. Not saying he ain't a street dude. Not saying he can't rap. All I'm saying is he has a reputation out there for being somebody who's not always keeping it 100. He don't look at his side. He look at everybody else's side. So I just brought that to light in this situation, because to me, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Now, what was it? Meek Mill, y'all were talking about? That guy, everything I've said about this guy in every video, whether it was comical or whatever, has been everything he has portrayed. Everything you have seen. So if you see his name pop up, there must have been a reason for him to pop back up. Period. I don't care about the DC Cab crew hating on me. They can hate on me. That's a free country. Knock yourself out. But the threats are going down, 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 because he's fading away. He doesn't have any music out at the time. I mean, how hard is it to make songs? Now, we'll go into some of the other questions you guys have. Guys is like, one guy said, man, you need to do more on down south rap. I want to hear about Soulja Slim. Most of Soulja Slim's stories can't be told. Do you understand that? I tried to do it in the best fashion, and it only comes out wrong. Sometimes you hear these No Limit Soulja videos, and most of those videos I don't get 100% accurate, because I don't want to mention certain people's names for certain reasons that are very street, and then I say, you know what, I can't even do this one. It's very hard for me to do a Soulja Slim story. Do you understand that? Because if I do, it's going to be, yeah, then he came in and Thursday. And then Thursday happened, and that was it. So if you want a video like that, just to get hits. Because for some reason, I guess these guys are experiencing some what they call the YouTube phenomenon now of money. And I keep trying to tell people, I don't do this for money. I really don't. The money that comes in was a blessing. I've been on YouTube when it wasn't any money. See, that's the problem with you new guys. You guys are getting paid right away, and you make like $30, $40, and then now it's just going to your head like, yeah, man, I could keep boosting this up. Man, I'm going to make like $200, $300 this month, and then y'all get out of control. Because it's like, yeah, I got free money coming in, and then y'all just start running off. Man, see, because y'all get money, man. And the money. If money's your motivation to do this, you're not going to last long. If you don't like what you do, you're not going to make it. I do have a slight cold. Hold on. Don't worry, I'm going to take care of the cold. It ain't going to get to a point where I'm out. Hopefully. But I do got to do something about that room. Because it gets cold in there at night. And I don't like that. I got to get this heat going early. But if you don't sit there and have passion about the things that you do, you're not going to make it. Don't you get it? If you don't have passion, you're not going to make it. It's a very simple thing. It's not to be drawn out. It's not to make fun of anybody. But if you don't have passion, you're not going to succeed. Okay? And another question I get is, why was I hating on Dougie Diamonds or Doggy Diamonds or whatever? I don't know this person. I've never hated on him. I was sending somebody to his video saying, go in the description box and click the link and go to his video. How is that hate? To me, I don't get it. I don't know the guy to hate him. If I said Dougie, because I saw that and thought Dougie right away. Somebody said, no, it's Doggy Diamonds. To me, I gave him a better name. Doggy Diamonds. Teach me how to Dougie. That's it. Dougie Diamonds. There you go. I can help you out. And then that DJ astrology guy, I don't really know him enough to really remember his name too much, because I don't really. Sometimes people send me stuff from that guy. And it just so happens it winds up, I don't have a problem with him whatsoever. Do his thing. I mean, you want to make 45 videos a day in 16 different ways? I mean, he got 700,000 subscribers. That's wonderful. Do your thing, man. I don't hate on him one bit. I don't need to tell you the truth. I don't know how many subscribers I got. The people tell me I got that many subscribers. I never said, man, I got to boost my subscribers. I just don't. My thing is, I just make the video and I want people to hear it. That's my main goal. Is I want you to hear it. I want you to hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Just like her said, you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yeah, him. Now, another person was like, you should do a video on impersonations. I've done one of those. I just don't like doing it. It got to come within a rhythm where it makes sense to do the voice. To just bounce from voice to voice to voice to voice. You could throw yourself off. You'll be one person to sound just like the other person. And in reality, a lot of people sound the same. They have the same type of octave. Like sometimes if you hear Meek Mill and 50 Cent, they kind of sound the same. So people are like, man, your 50 Cent sound like Meek Mill. I was like, they kind of have the same octave. It's just that one is mentally slow and one is smart. And you could probably guess who the person is, or who's smart and who isn't. But now, let's go to the next question. More boxing videos. Listen, we got the radio show tonight. I will be on Rope-A-Dope Radio tonight. Okay, we talk boxing on there. Chris Carlson is the host. It's Chris' show. I'm on the show, and I call in just like everybody else. You can call in. Put the link of the show in the description box. But Rope-A-Dope Radio every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's it. It's on the internet, or you can listen to it on your phone. You have the option, and the show is 3 hours long, and that's it. It's boxing all the time. Now, I talk more about things, and I bring it out more on the show on purpose than I do on YouTube. And I don't get paid for the show. People's like, man, you should just put that stuff on YouTube. You'll get paid. Henceforth, it's not about the money. It's what I like to do. I'm a fan of the show. I like that show. There are plenty of boxing shows, podcasts I can call and be a part of. Plenty. If someone be like, man, you need to join us. You'll be on the staff. I don't want to run a boxing podcast because I'm always busy the majority of the time. Sometimes I might just happen to be on a date that Wednesday night. And I'm very mad. I was so tired. I overslept the show last week. But this week, I am making sure I've gotten enough sleep so that I know I will be ready for tonight's show. That I feel good about. Because I'm never really up this functional at this time. I'll be half asleep making a video over there in the office. And then somebody's like, who's that picture behind you? That's Dolly Castro. She autographed that. Gave it to me, so that's that. Now, other questions somebody else had. Something about Pharaoh Monk writing a song and this and that. No. I'll deal with you later on that situation. I'll answer you in the comment section. Because I did see that question, and I did have an answer for you. So I expect a comment return on that. NBA, how did I end up with the Pistons? And I'm from Chicago. Very easy. For those who know me, know that I am a Piston fan. I'm a Chicago Cubs fan. Even though I am from the south side of Chicago, yes, I have been a Cubs fan. And what they say, why did I become a Piston fan from Chicago? It's very simple. If you follow my videos from NBA, Sports Beats, from anything, you will find out that I believe Isaiah Lord Thomas III is the greatest basketball player, not only in the NBA, playground, planet Earth. There has never been a basketball player like him. Ever. Period. It's the truth. See, I'm a person who believes in truth. You know, you can dance, you can put lights on it, you can make it flash and say, this is the new hottest thing. And all of y'all would run over to it. And I would sit there and ask the question, what makes it great? And I want to hear the explanation is, why is it greater than what I already see right here? And then when you see them together and you see them perform, you know what you had before was way better than this. But this got more flash and it's all lights. And then people got commercials and product and shoes, and y'all run to it like, man, he is the best. Man, look at his shoes. I'll be like, yeah, just as I thought. I'm a man of substance. I can see through the mirage. You know, and that's just me. I've been born with that gift. So since I was little, they just thought I had that issue. But Isaiah Thomas is from Chicago. He got drafted to pick by the Detroit Pistons. He tried to make himself go to the Bulls because he wanted to play for Chicago. Thank God that didn't happen. That horrible organization. But he went and got with the Pistons. He went and got all that done. So when he got that done and he's with Detroit, that's where we went. I'm like, where Isaiah Thomas go, I go. He played for the Pistons, that's where I go. So that was it. That basically marks it. I mean, think about it. All the things that's Chicago, People say I didn't. I was rooting for the Bears. I came up a Bears fan. I just got really mad when we got rid of McMahon for no reason. So I was mad at the organization for a while. But all the people I didn't like are basically gone. So I was able to come back to my team. And what else? White Sox Cub fan. I grew up on 4101 South Federal. Okay, the very first 8 years of my life, I was right there in the Robert Taylor Projects, 4101. I went to Hardigan, which is right across. Anybody from the shop could tell you that. And right outside the window, you could see White Sox Park on 35th Street. We always went to the Sox game. That's all I knew as a kid. We'd get brought to the Sox game. I didn't know what was going on at the time. Then the 1 year I was able to follow the game, it was the best year in Sox history at the time. They won a playoff series. Well, they clinched to go to the playoffs. And that team, the winning ugly season, had one player that I thought was better than any player that was ever on the team. And I was a little kid. And it was Harold Baines, number 3. I liked Harold's swing, everything. It was all on a rhythm. He stayed on his toes, on a rhythm. Everything was smooth. So that was the only White Sox player I knew and liked, was Harold Baines. Karceno, Ron Kittle, and all those guys. Fisk, to me, he's a Red Sox. So I'm like, there was no real interest in Pujols there. Then we watched both. See, this is what people didn't understand. Back then, people watched both games, both teams, Sox and Cubs. The Cubs, that was my team. They had all the brothers. They had all the people I related to. Leon Durham, the Sarge. The Sarge, the way he used to bat, he used to have dust coming up. He don't just sit at the plate. He rotate while the whole thing is going and create a whole dust storm. So I'm like, man, who are these guys? I mean, they had everybody there. They got Sandberg. They got, man, who else they had on that team? Because there was a lot of people on that team from 84. I don't think Grace was there yet in 84. But that was my team. I was like, that was it. I became a Cub fan instantly. I liked the uniforms. I liked everything about the Cubs. So then all I cared about was watching the Cubs game. And I was like, Sox game didn't even interest me. Like, forget them. This is my team. And my family trying to guide me because all of them were Sox fans because that's what they go see. But my team was the Cubs. I was like, that's my team right there. And after that, we went through year after year after year after year, still with my Cubs. I mean, that's just that. That's the gist of that. Another person says, how do you know all this stuff about hip-hop? You seem like you was a fly on the wall in every story. See, here's the situation. Most of the time, I am. Most of the time, I got the story for somebody who was standing right there. They don't want their name on a video. They don't want none of that credit. They don't want any of it. But you got to understand that these people who are where they are now, years ago, they were working at Burger King. They were the guys that had the keys to the studio. Like, you want to get in there? Get in there. Now these guys got a position somewhere, or they making some new wave. And I'm like, dude, what do you do, man? Dude, I make apps now for these dudes, man. I'm working on dudes' whole app program. I'm like, dude, did anybody know that you made a lot of beats? You mixed a lot of albums? Yeah, I was great, wasn't I? Yeah, dude, yeah, man, I was something. I'm like, and this is what you do now? Yeah, I do it for like rappers, entertainers, and all that. You know my man do now? Yeah, remember him? Yeah, well, yeah, you know, he's still peddling drugs to entertainers. I'm like, oh man, dude. So a lot of this stuff we know is because we got people already on the inside. They've been there. We know how the program works. We know who the crooked people are. We know who the people are that was great. Who was like, man, these dudes, we wanted them to win because they were good people. And the industry just drove them out till they just got mediocre music labels. Now they're like, this is my music label. Yeah, mediocre music. Yeah. They just don't want to give it up because they love the music. But the powers that be will never let them back at the table again because it's ran by the same people, but it's just new face, new paint. So, any more questions? Put them down, and we'll try to get to them. I don't want to make these videos too long. It's your boy Karceno. I'm out. And for the record, I am not fat. As you can see, if this is what you call fat today, then I am it. Other than that, I am not fat. I just have a fat face. Don't know how that works. Maybe that's why fat chicks keep approaching me when I'm in the mall. I have nothing against fat people. I mean, there's each for anybody, but that don't mean I want to carry the load. I want some fine chicks. No, not to say that fat chicks ain't fine. They are some really cute fat girls. Just, it ain't gonna work with me. Maybe somebody else come down the line, and I got a buddy. You gotta keep one of them. You gotta have a buddy too that love fat chicks. If you got one of them, you can have a great time. You got a bad model chick, and she'll be with like 3 like offensive linemen, and they'll be coming down there, boom, 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 boom. And then you got that one homie that's like, hey, baby, he love them fat ones. Keep him around, cause he gonna run, he gonna run interference. You want to get there, and they gonna be like, you gotta go through us. I'll be, hey, biggins, here's my buddy here, and he think that dress on you looks nice. Well, I just really sewed 2 curtains together, but yeah, it looked good. I'll be, yep, there you go. And that way, that's averted, and you can have a conversation with the one that you wanted. But that's for a whole nother story. I'm out.